Hi, I'm Kathleen Bunkin, and I'd like to tell you more about my teaching philosophy. The school of thought I subscribe to is constructivism. I think it's a very rewarding experience for teachers to take part in learning experiences where students discover they can ask questions, they can probe, they can get deeper into a topic, and realize that they can access support in the form of the facilitator or the teacher whenever they need it. Right? And I think in relation to that, I believe that there has to be a good relationship between student and teacher, and the students can ask genuine questions of them, and also realize that the teacher has to pause, think, and do their own work, research outside of their learning exchange. And I think that's why learning outside of the classroom works wonders too, because every student can benefit from having more time with a guide, with individualized instruction, and that's where students can build their confidence and their skill to continue and pursue their goals. And in relation to that, I also integrate the real world into my teaching. I think it's also because the classes I teach are under the humanities. So, for example, in literature, most of the great literary works, I think, in the Western tradition or even across the globe, they're all informed by or they're responding to the context in which they're produced. So I consider that on top of the beauty of language or the compulsion to analyze literary techniques and style or craft. And I also bring up the reader's context, so our context whenever relevant, because I think aside from the imagination, there is a lot of insight to draw from our experiences as well, and it creates a very healthy feedback loop between literature and the world. And lastly, I think this is a very recent addition to my teaching philosophy. I'm very interested in how AI and tech can change the landscape of education, especially in assessments for language and literature classes. But I believe that students have to do it the long way. So, after all, you don't build AI or the next revolutionary product just by using the product that was handed off to you, right? And it requires a lot of mind training. And I believe literature is a very good training ground for that. It's a very good complement to the technical side of things because here you get critical thinking, you get reading, assessing, sustaining arguments, and all in the context of humanity and knowing the self, which I think, in the longer view of things, is going to be very important